Hey, good morning, good morning. My name is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist, and this is Tarot My Becoming, where I entertain tarot with you. These are general readings, and so I'm trusting that you are discerning with the information that I or anybody else has to share for that matter. And so if the story doesn't fit, don't make it fit. It's possible you could be leaning into one of your other placements, so check out your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node, and or all of the other zodiac signs, because you do have them all in your birth chart. They're just in a different place, being activated by different things at different times. This is Capricorn Tarot, so I usually do an all zodiac sign reading followed by a general reading at the end, so make sure you stick that out. I do a meditation for that, and maybe there's something in there for you. We are in the new moon in Cancer, so I'll be incorporating information on that as I go through the zodiac signs. And remember, I usually pull out a where have you been, where are you now, where are you going, and then a card to help you stay focused on what that next thing is, and then an oracle card for to close it out. I hope you have your coffee, your tea, or your favorite drink. I have mine right here, and we'll go ahead and get started. So with the new moon in Cancer, we're talking about planting the seeds, having a reset, having a start over. Like, what is it that you're wanting to get out in the next cycle? And so with Cancer, we're doing Cancer rising, then that means you have Cancer in the first house, right? So it's all about your emotional needs, Cancer, your personal rebirth. That includes how you are stepping out in a more emotionally authentic way, making sure you're embracing self-care, setting healthy boundaries, because Cancer is all about your emotional well-being. It's about emotional home, what that means, what that looks like for you. So it's also symbolic of intuition. So how are you stepping forward in an authentic way? Are you following your intuition with the choices that you're making, with how you're presenting yourself to the world? So let's see what 3 oracle cards you get, Cancer. And remember that I do not repeat the oracle cards, so I'll put those aside. Was I starting off with this one? Yeah, I guess I am. Because I'm shuffling. So the first one you get, wild creation. Allow energy to flow freely rather than trying to force the outcome. I am open to surprises. You're a wild creation, right? So you are redefining yourself, right? And so there's almost like, don't force the outcome. Don't force you know, who you're supposed to be. Allow things to, you know, take hold. Where is your intuition pulling you? What are you wanting to try on? Sometimes we have little pulls that pull us in certain directions with how we look. Maybe you want to get a haircut. Maybe you want to try a new self-care routine. Maybe you want to change how you look, or, you know, your outfit, your style. You know, allow your creativity, your intuition to be your guide, right? Whatever makes you feel good. Whatever makes you feel safe and secure, right? With those choices around your identity, Cancer. The next one is ebb and flow. Again, just allow things to come to you, allow things to also leave you. When you are redefining your identity, there are going to be things that you're going to have to release because it's no longer in alignment with you, or it was a part of the old you. And so the new you is trying new things, is being wild, is being adventurous, taking a few risks here and there, safe risks, right? Because we're talking about Cancer energy and the moon and home, and so safe risks. This is that time. Ebb and flow. That's beautiful. Let's get one more. Oh, no, you get 2 more. I guess you get 2 more. You have the Hanged Man and the Hierophant. Wow. Okay, so the Hanged Man and the Hierophant. So you're definitely learning. It's almost like eyes are on you, right? The eyes are on you in terms of how you are now looking at yourself, redefining yourself, not only externally, but there's something about internal work as well. you know, how are you, because the Hierophant is all about belief systems. And so oftentimes when we're redefining our identity, it's not just the outside, it's the inner work so that the outside matches. So there's something about your thought process and how you're viewing either yourself or other, mostly yourself because it's in the first house. So how are you viewing yourself in this transformative experience? And what are you discovering? What are you discovering about that process for yourself? Let's use this one. So Cancer, those were the 4 cards. You got 4 cards that start off the reading for you. Let's see what comes out. Where have you been? Where are you now? And where are you going? Where have you been, Cancer? Cancer. There's all this greenery on that ebb and flow card. It reminds me of a bonsai tree. You know how bonsai trees transform very slowly, and like you're trimming, you're having to trim the roots, or not the roots, the branches to give it new shape. That's what it reminds me of. The Star, you've been in healing mode, or you're trying to stay hopeful about what's coming up for you. You're trying to stay hopeful. Look, it's she's, you know, the Star card, sometimes there's, you know, star, beautiful gown. This particular person, you know, is in the nude, right? So there's something about clothing, and clothing is often symbolic of how you're presenting to the world, a new outfit. So it's like you've been trying to figure out, well, who am I going to become, and staying hopeful in that process. Where are you now? Oh, there we go. King of Swords, aligning yourself with your truth. This is Aquarian energy. It's an air sign, so it's all about the inner thoughts. Remember, I talked about like have a new perspective about how you're viewing yourself. And so this is you taking the sword of truth and saying, this is who I am. So that's where you are right now. Where are you headed to? Now it's that next step, 2 of Wands. Where are you getting pulled to? Where are you getting pulled towards? There's something about that sword transforming into the world. So it's like once you align yourself with your truth, it's almost like nothing can stop you, right? You have the whole world in your hands because you're in alignment with you. And that's where you're headed. That's, you know, at the end of this phase, there's going to be passion now, right? I mean, look at this transformation. And there's almost this element of you're trying to protect yourself at the same time. You know, you're going from, you know, not having any clothes, trying to figure out what clothes to wear, then having to wear armor, because when you're aligning with your truth, that means it's going to rock other people's worlds. And then having this flowy, you know, just covering, and it's wand energy, so there's more passion because now you're in alignment. Your thoughts are in alignment with your heart, and what you're now pursuing is alignment. Let's see what to focus on during this time period for you, Cancer. What should you focus on? Oh, there it is. Pentacles. Staying organized. 8 of Pentacles work. Okay, so now I'm aligned. Now I know what my truth is, or I'm discovering my truth, because that's where you are right now, the King of Swords. But the goal or the focus is work, making sure you're staying organized, making sure, you know, now that you, it's the little things, right? The little, you know, tabs in your schedule, those smaller choices. It's almost like those smaller choices are what are going to lead to this outcome of who you are becoming. And so focus on the details. Judgment. Yes, transformation underneath. It so makes sense. That so makes sense for you, Cancer. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. I'm feeling so much better today. I attended a psychic and healing fair. They're usually free. Totally recommend it if they travel all across California. And I went with a few friends of mine. They hadn't been there before, So I was happy. I love sharing with other people what I know and my experience, and then I try to see like what it was like for them. And so I went with a couple friends. They'd never been to one before, and it was fun. So much fun. Like I really, really needed that. I really, really needed that. All right. Let's get an oracle card for you. Oh, there it is. The World. Ooh, look at this. It's like the moon and the world. Remember, you've got the whole world in your hand. The World. 9, 10, 11. 11 goes back to 2. You and your higher self, my friend. 29. It says expansion, opening up. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. Drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. Isn't that amazing? It's interesting how it's asking you to open up, expand your vision, right? Expand your vision. What are you getting a different perspective on? And it's almost like once you align yourself, there's expansion within your community as well, because you're finding people with like-minded values, goals, and the potential for what you can create just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So Cancer, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading at the end. General reading to see if there's something in there for you. All right, we're moving on to Leo. Leo, you happen to have Cancer in your 12th house. 12th house of karma, of the cosmos, the transformation, right? And so this is because Cancer is moon energy. It's the unknown. It's it's almost like a double whammy for you, Leo, because the reset is intense and it's psychological and it's emotional, and so there could be a lot of subconscious healing that's occurring, an increase in your intuition or dreams. Your dream state could become heightened. It's a very private, isolating house or placement, and so you might find yourself needing to retreat a lot more, needing to conserve your energy, really, and depending on how your other placements are, you could be fighting it, you could be resisting it, because it's something that you're maybe how you perceive the 12th house could impact that reset for you. But yeah, so prepare yourself, Leo. You're Leo rising. That's what's in store for you. Steady effort. As you move forward, you find resources and rewards await you. I take one step at a time. So if you're having resistance, take one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with the process. Allow things to come and go, similar to what I was talking to Cancer about. One thing at a time, one task at a time, one moment at a time, especially when it's deep psychological work. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with too many things. All right, let's get the next one for you. So steady effort. You don't have to go fast, especially when it's intense like that. The recovery period is really an important part of that process. Be the honey. This is about attraction, learning about the law of attraction. Think about how bees are attracted to honey, how they work together. I mean, this could also be viewed as like Virgo energy, where the bees are just busy. They're overworking. And so there's something about wanting to make sure your effort is steady. You're not overworking like bees do. You're resting, making sure you're resting. The inner work that you do is what will attract what you're wanting. And that's all that you're doing. So being the honey is learning about the law of attraction. And so it's like you're cultivating the honey within, the attraction within, so that the honey, so that you can attract the bees outside of you. That's cool. So that's, if you're needing like a why do I have to do this? Think about it that way. You're transforming the inner work so that when you practice the law of attraction, your outside matches the inside. But the inside transformation, you know, is work. It's intense. And it's in your 12th house, Leo. It's in your 12th house if you're a Leo rising. One more, please. One more. Let's see. One more for my Leos. Make sure you stay grounded too. Make sure you stay grounding, because that work, the Magician. Make sure you stay grounded. That sometimes when there's a lot of 12th house work from personal experience, you can get lost in that world. And so make sure you have time for grounding. You know, this the Magician is playing with sand. This also reminds me of the sun because of what's being illuminated in the background. But it's interesting because it's looks like the sun, but it's also the moon, because there's darkness in the back. And so it's almost like the moon will eventually transform into light. And that's the alchemy. That's the transformative experience. That's the Magician having everything that they need and being able to do the transformative work within them. And now it's manifestation. The Magician has not yet manifested. They have all the ingredients for that cake. They just need to figure out how to put it together. And so it's almost like this step-by-step process. And I think you're going to be surprised because his face is like, oh. I think you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised at how quickly you can manifest because of this work, if you choose to do it, right? If you're up for the task. Virgo. Oh, Leo. It is Leo. Okay. Where have you been? Where have you been, Leo? Leo. There it is. You've been, either making a choice or you've been focused on love, but it's almost like, or taming the beast within you. It's taming the beast within you. Even though it's the Lovers. I mean, it could be you and your heart. I feel like it's taming the beast within you. You've been working on that, taming the shadow side, taming, falling in love with that part of yourself. Right now, you're in the middle of having to make a decision. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this twos. I mean, the Lovers is technically a 2 card, right? So this is where you've been having to make a choice. If we're looking at it that way, or it could be you and your higher self. It could be you and your dark, like I mentioned before, the dark side of you. But then you have the 2 of Cups. Again, you and your higher self, or you and a partner, and needing to make, again, a decision. 2 of Swords, heart-based, intuition. It's almost like protecting your heart because of this partnership, or because of, not like if this was a partner and there was challenges, and because it's a beast, right? It's Beauty and the Beast. If there were challenges, right, there could be a guarding of my heart of like, no, I don't know how to open my heart up again. I don't know if I can release control in that way. And I think that's a lot of either you had a karmic connection with this person that really, really impacted your heart, or these people, because it's multiple couples. So there could have been more than one couple or more than one partner that you're dealing with, and that's impacted your heart. And your intuition it's almost like you're trying to protect your heart because of those experiences. Where are you headed? It could also be guarding your heart with your higher self, like not trusting fully your intuition yet. And so needing to make a choice of like, can I trust myself? Can I trust my higher self that I'm going to be okay in the dark? What are you headed for? Talk about the moon, Chariot energy, clarity, moving forward with pace. Oh my god, that's so funny. The Chariot is fast moving energy. It's also the moon, right? It's also Cancer energy. And so this is you embracing that process. This is you embracing the unknown, having clarity, moving forward with intuition, right? That's so fascinating. What do you need to focus on, Leo? What are you needing to focus on? The Wheel of Fortune. You're needing to focus on how you are going to, I mean, this could be a couple of things. One, get yourself unstuck. This is like you've been trying really hard to get yourself unstuck in different ways. Like, look, they're in a spider web. And so this love situation, this heart situation is getting you stuck, and you have to find your way out so that you can step into this new thing. That's the first thing that I see. The other thing that I see is you don't know which way to go. You know, the feet are going in different directions, the arms, it's like, do I stay here? Do I jump out? So again, it's right now, you're not here yet. You're not clarity. You're not moving forward. You're trying to get yourself unstuck. What's underneath? Healing. Four of Swords. It's healing your truth, right? That's underneath. Oh my God. I love it when it like matches. Leo. Hi, Leo. Okay, let's get you an oracle card. Let's get you an oracle card. Oh, there it is. Community. Focus on your tribe. Focus on your tribe. Make sure that you are aligning yourself with people that you can trust. Aligning with people that are going to respect your need to retreat, are going to respect the spiritual experience, because not everybody believes in it. There may be people around you that, you know, like if you notice, there's two that are white and one with red. And so there could be people around you that maybe are not trustworthy. And so being mindful of who you share your experiences with, because it's an intense experience when your 12th house gets activated in that way. I know. And I had to be careful of who I spoke to about it. So I got some looks of like, girl, you're crazy. I know what that feeling is. And so, and I was warned by the people closest to me. They were just like, just be careful who you say things to about, because not everyone believes it, right? Not everybody is there. So making sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who can support you through this process, Leo. All right. That was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to stay for the general reading to see if there's something in there for you. Virgo, we're moving on to you. You have Cancer in your 11th house. So this is a rebooting of your friends, your community, your long-term goals. Because it's about, the 11th house is also about your dreams. And so this could mean you are maybe moving away from what traditional family or circles you've been a part of, and going and searching for a new tribe, a chosen family, if you will, something for yourself. And so, you know, something that's emotionally aligned, because it's Cancer energy. Places where you still feel emotionally safe. This is also you learning how to feel safe outside of home, outside of regular home, with other people, close connections, communities where if you're an advocate, right? Advocacy efforts, it's like, okay, what other communities do you feel like you can belong to? Illuminated vision. Imagine your dream infused with divine light, unfolding with grace. I reach my full potential. So you being able to create a chosen family, planting the seeds for that. is actually going to illuminate a new vision, a new goal for yourself. Maybe it was something that you had not considered, and it's something that's going to help you reach your full potential, get you out to where you're needing to be. It's possible that maybe you've been stuck, or you've been hesitant or fearful of creating something new, creating a new family, finding a new path, going away from traditional home. You know, when I think about the 11th house, oftentimes I'm thinking about college students when they go away from home to school and they're needing to find a chosen family, right? Friends, people who are on the same path as them. That's just coming to mind. So you become illuminated with new goals. Oh, I love this. Oh my God, this is my favorite card. Tiny Wonders. It's a 4 card. It's about stability, but it's also my favorite wildflower. What I love about this that I've recently discovered, I pulled this card out for myself yesterday. And if you notice, she's blowing. I didn't realize that there was like this breath coming out of her and blowing the seeds of wisdom. So it's almost like there's a spiritual awakening of some sort, or you're something about communication, right? This new path or this new journey, you're needing to work on your communication and communicating the wisdom that you've gained. And that's like the seeds that are going to spread. That's, you know, when you think about chosen families, you know, you think about, okay, well then who are my children going to be? And sometimes your children are your ideas or the projects that you build with other people, the lessons of life that you can pass on, the words of wisdom, because it's specifically highlighting the end of that cycle of the dandelion. And at the end of that cycle, they're using all the wisdom, right? All the seeds are being able to spread out into the world to procreate. So there's something about this new home that you're creating and how it will expand. The projects that you create or whatever it is that you're birthing is going to have some type of ¿cómo se dice? Like an expanded impact. There you go. Page of Coins. This is going to require you learning something new, Virgo. And so can you, look, there's the full moon up here, but it's really the pentacle. So there's something about how either going through phases of the moon, you're going to learn how to navigate the dark, how to navigate the unknown. You're going to learn something new. You got to learn something new, Virgo. With this new process, right? If you choose to entertain this. All right, let's see where you've been, where you are, and where you're going, Virgo. Where have you been? Where have you been, Virgo? Oh, there it is. Oh, healing, my friend. You have been healing. There's been heartbreak in your life. There's been loneliness, maybe, sadness, maybe betrayal even. Could have been third-party energy, just feeling really sad. You've been healing. Where are you now? Virgo, where are you now? Oh, that's way too many. Let's try that again. Where are you now? Like full stack. Okay. King of Swords, you're learning how to be wise with your truth, how to reclaim your truth, how to lead with your truth. And it's leading yourself. It could also be leading yourself into this community or leading a community. That's what you're right now needing to focus on, is how can I align myself with my truth so that I can become a leader, because it's the King of Swords, right? King of Swords is a leader of truth. And that's what you're aligning with Aquarian energy. What are you headed towards? 10 of Wands. Usually the 10 of Wands is like exhaustion. It's being tired. But this makes me think of this again. It's like reaping what you've sown. You know, he doesn't look tired. He's actually found a system of, you know, taking apart what he's created and then planting seeds again. So you're headed towards some type of abundance, Virgo. That I don't know you anticipate, But it starts with aligning yourself with your truth. It starts with aligning yourself with this new community or this new vision, this new chosen family. Oh, 2 cards. What you're needing to focus on. Ooh, 5 of Swords and Death. You're needing to focus on healing this feeling of defeat, feeling like someone else had the upper hand in something, and transforming. You're actually being called into this portal. Whether or not, I don't think you've done it yet. I think that that's what the calling is. And that's what's going to help you align with your truth, because then you're going to do the work, the healing work, to know what your truth is. It's just, it feels like you're still healing. Excuse me, you're still healing this heartbreak, this defeat, and giving yourself permission to continue this transformative experience. What's underneath? It's a decision. 2 of Swords. It's a decision of following your intuition. You're needing to follow your intuition with this. It may seem scary. It may seem scary. It may seem like it's a dark hole. It may seem like you're not sure. Like both of these cards, it's like, I don't know where I'm going. This one too, it's like I'm being sucked up into this portal and I don't know where I'm going to land. And so I'm trying to follow my intuition, but I don't know what's beyond that, beyond the woods. So there could be fear of the unknown, and that can create some uncertainty. And that's what it's making it hard for you to decide. Oh, did I not say that there was a fear and uncertainty? It's activating your root chakra. This is all home. This is like, oh, your sense of safety, your sense of security is being activated. It's really making things uneasy for you. But again, it's root chakra, so it's finding a new home, a new sense of safety and security outside of your traditional home. It's in 35 cards, so it goes to 8. And for me, whenever I see 8, it's this reciprocity. It's something that's more balanced. So it could be that a lot of the healing or the pain has come from having been in an experience that was not balanced, where maybe you were overgiving, or doing too much of the work, or where demands were placed too much on you, because Cancer energy is also self-care, stability and security. It says Michael holds a beautiful globe of red energy at the first chakra, which is located at the base of the spine. This is the place where your sense of stability and security is stored. When this card is upright, it reveals that your energy is flowing freely regarding these issues. Even if you've had problems with feeling secure in the past, these challenges are beginning to be resolved at this time. Archangel Michael is with you, bringing you strength and personal stability. You are capable of taking action and moving forward on your path, so allow yourself to feel increasing faith in your own power and security now and always. All right, Virgo, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the general reading at the end to see if there is a message in there for you. All right. We are moving on to Libra. Libra, if you are a Libra rising, that means you have Cancer in your 11th house. Just kidding, 10th house. 10th house of career, reputation, work. And so this is you planting the seeds for or having a reboot in the type of work that you're doing, making sure that it's emotionally aligned with where you are and where you want to go, who you want to be, when it comes to your professional ambitions, to your public image, making sure that it's more aligned with your authenticity. How are you being seen? Is it in an authentic way? How is what you're doing aligned spiritually, because it's Cancer energy, right? So it's about intuition. Are you following your intuition regarding the choices in your work? The opportunities that come up, are you just saying yes to anything? Or are you being really mindful and following that intuitive pull, whatever that looks like or feels like for you, towards a task or a project or a passion that is more in alignment with you? Answers revealed. Sitting quietly with spirit helps you find the wisdom you need. Making more time with meditation. Making more time to sit with spirit, to sit with yourself, your higher self, so that when these many opportunities open up for you, you're not just saying yes to please others. You're not just saying, especially because you're Libra rising, right? We can easily fall into the yes pleasing aspect, just to keep the peace, not to rock the boat. So there may be some discomfort or some disappointments from people around you, depending on where you are right now. There might be some insecurity of like, well, what do I choose? And that's what you're learning how to do during this time period, right? Is out of all of those opportunities, are you okay saying no to the ones that really aren't for you when you think about it? Luminous flame. Oh, look at this. Wow. I've never seen something like this before. Luminous flame. This is like, I don't know if it's Leo energy or if it's passion. It's like you're leading the way, you're charging the way, you're shining the light on this abundance or this growth, like what you've grown, how you've grown. You're showing others how you've done it. And it's something passionate for you, something in alignment with you, something very we're in the year of the horse. We're in the year of the horse. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot that's highlighting for me. So the horse is like trotting. It looks like it's trying to get unstuck, but her hair is flowing. It's like her hair is flowing like if she's running, but the horse itself is kind of like stuck between these boulders. And so there's something about you had intentional delay last week. So there's still something about your thoughts being quick. Your thoughts being quick, right? You're an air sign. So there's something about how you're thinking and like you're already there. You're already there. But the physical aspect of you, right? The earth, the horse, the pace is not caught up with here. And so there's still rocks, there's still boulders, there's still certain things that you're needing to learn and overcome. It's almost like the emotional experience is what's being, it's what you've gained access to. But now it's the physical experience. It's the physical experience with work, right? It's the steps. It's the horse going over, these lessons. And so it's like you're matching. You're learning how to match that emotional experience with your day-to-day life. But it's heart-based, luminous flame. This is like heart-based. And you're shining the light for others. Wow. Just make sure you spend time with spirit. Two of Wands. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Again, Two of Wands. You're getting the pull. What step are you going to take next, right? You're able to see in the dark. Use astrology to guide you through this process. Yeah, use astrology to guide you through this process, Libra. It's almost like you're being pulled in two directions. I mean, Two of Wands is you waiting because you're being pulled. And yeah, well, I guess so, right? You're in the traditional card, it's staying put while you're planning what your next step is, right? But here, it's almost like there's two potential timelines, two possible opportunities. There's something about two. two passion projects, or two being pulled in two directions, or two opportunities that are destined and fated. It's almost like an opportunity for you to, I don't want to say like you're being tested, but like an opportunity for you to practice being in tune with yourself. So which of these opportunities that are coming up, because everything's destined, everything we attract, but which of these two is the best for you? Is the more aligned with you? Yeah. Where have you been? Oh, you've been carrying a lot of work, a lot of weight. You've been on a journey. It could be the spiritual journey, or it could just be that you've been feeling overworked. Where are you now? Ooh, manifesting, magician, air sign, right? Right now you are learning how to churn that water, turn the intuition, stay focused on it, manifest it. Where are you headed? Healing. So remember I talked about those boulders and those lessons that you're still learning. So there's still something that you're needing to heal from. It could be related to how you've been managing these burdens. It could also just be that this new part of yourself, right, where you're being pulled towards, is going to continue to help you grow. I mean, you've already done healing. You've already done some healing, but it's almost like once you get here, then you're leveling up, right? You're manifesting that next thing. And that next thing is going to have its own types of challenges, its own, yeah, look, the portal. What do you need to focus on? Just get through the portal, right? Just get through the portal. Stay connected and then walk the talk. Stay connected and then do the things that you're being intuitively guided to do. Step into this portal. I don't feel like this is going to be as bad as you think it is, because you've done the work. It's almost like this is more like resting. It's almost like it's more resting. It's like it's almost because you're going from the past, the 10 of Wands, to a lightened load. Right? Like, I've gone through this journey and now I can finally rest. So I don't feel like it's healing per se. I feel like it's more of balancing how much you give, how much you work with your solitude and self-care. Right? Like, it's like almost like, because it's 4. So 4 is also stability, but it's stability with your truth. It's stability, emotional truth. It's stability with your emotional truth. And it's almost like it's just rest. It's like you're going towards peaceful, more resting time, more peaceful time. You're definitely walking away from the heaviness. You're definitely walking away. You're entering a new chapter. Yeah. It's how you're looking at this experience. It's how you're looking at this new chapter. That's what's going to determine how you navigate this. It doesn't feel like you're in pain. I feel like you're lightening the load. You're lightening the load, and it's almost like, okay, how can I heal? I feel like it's just resting. I feel like you're just resting. You're trying to create the home within you, because it's a nest. It's a nest that she's in. So you've created some type of sanctuary for yourself, some type of haven, safe haven for yourself. Like, she's knitted a heart. yeah, look. Like, I don't feel like it's like, I just feel like you're resting. Like, this intentional delay is giving you an opportunity to balance your energy out. You're manifesting this. It's a 33 card. It's a 6 again, because the luminous flame is a 6, which is, luminous flame could also be your heart. 33, let's see what it says. New beginnings in love. Whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in the relationships you're in, the door with a heart opens onto a new beginning in your experience. A new love may be arriving, and you are being brought together by a strong resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be a new tenderness about to bloom into heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in energetic potential, so when this card appears in your spread, make sure you are projecting the kind of self-loving energy that you want to receive from others. Be aware that the universe returns your self-caring treatment to you. It's ready to open that door. Are you? So yeah, like, and I think that's what this is, right? It's how are you taking care of yourself? How are you retreating from the heaviness outside? There's like an intentional delay. I mean, maybe there's two partners because it's the Two of Wands, and it's like two potential timelines, right? Two potential paths, two potential partners that you're having to choose from, and keeping your heart open, in this next portal, next chapter of your life, Libra. That was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else, and don't forget to check out the final reading to make sure there is something in there for you. All right, we are moving on to Scorpios. Scorpio, you have Cancer in the 9th house. The 9th house for you is higher education. It's also travel. It's also belief systems. So this is a deep reset in whatever, if you're desiring spiritual growth or just knowledge, right? More wisdom. This is a deep dive in that, exploring different ways of following that path, different personal belief systems. It could be travel that's more heart-based. It could be you learning how to have home away from home, right? Whether it's away in the travels or finding a new home root system. ¿Cómo se dice? You know, when you think about spiritual beliefs are passed down through the mother, right? Stereotypically, traditionally, the nurturer, the matriarch. And so because it's in the 9th house, it's about maybe entertaining new religious beliefs, new spiritual beliefs, what feels like home, what feels, you know, resonance of where you've been, where you really come from, right? This could be a reawakening to who, you know, they say we rediscover who we are. It says, rising above, unfold your vision from murky depths to clarity with grace. I bloom from within. So this is you learning. It's all about knowledge. So it's about finding and transforming the thought process within, kind of like a seed, right? The seed starts from within and then it sprouts out from the ground. So you are rising above it. Maybe there was some murkiness or haziness about what you're supposed to do, and this is helping to bring more clarity with the person you are becoming, Scorpio. Let's get another 2 oracle cards to see what else is being tied. Oh, there it is. Oh, forget the map. This is an interesting card. It almost feels like I'm all packed. I have all this to go, but I don't know if I want to go. Or forget the map. Could be forget it. I'm done. I'm over it. I don't want to go anymore. Or it could be I forgot the map. Like I don't know where to go. I know I'm supposed to transform. I know I'm supposed to learn something, but maybe I don't know where I'm going. So it could be either one of those. It could be, there's a lot of baggage you have, Scorpio, a lot of emotional baggage that needs clearing. So it's almost like you have the potential to bloom from within, but you have to unpack the baggage. You have to, you know, in order to rise above, it's transformation. Transformation is you actually doing the work. So there's almost like this hesitance of like, I don't want to do it. I want to do it. But I'm going to keep this closed. Then you have the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins is Virgo energy. This is very slow energy. This is very analytical energy. This is, I need to cross my T's and dot my I's to make sure I know where I'm going. So that you could have strong earth in your chart. Taurus maybe, because there's like the stubbornness, or Virgo. There's something about a stubbornness. There's just something about stubbornness. It's Scorpio. I mean, this person also has suitcases. Stop. Are these suitcases behind him? Oh no, they're books. They're books. They look like suitcases for a second right here in the corner. They look like suitcases, but there's something stubborn that's happening. So either you, I don't feel like it's someone, I feel like it's you, Sag or Scorpio. Like there's something about, I don't know, do I really know where I'm going? I need to double check, double check. Well, Scorpio, I mean, which is really interesting because I mean, you could have just strong earth energy in your chart. Or you're being asked to embrace slow energy, because that's the other thing. You know, embrace the time to unpack each of those boxes, because Scorpio, you can go deep. You know, either you're learning how to be okay going deep or in intense, or you're pushing against it. Like, I'm not sure I can handle it. Like, you know, you want the blossoms, the blooms, you know, but there could be some resistance, some fear, some insecurities around that process. Like, if I open that box, what's it going to show? Where have you been, Scorpio? There it is. Prince of Swords. You've been learning about communication. You've been learning how not to be too harsh, how not to be too blunt, how not to be too maybe gossipy. Learning how to be an eagle with your truth, how to be fair with your truth. Where are you right now? There's been some type of victory. It could be, excuse me, or you're looking for victory. You're looking for an opportunity. There could be victory in what's lighting up your heart, because this is wand energy. So there could be like, I have these ideas. Now that I've like been practicing my truth and my communication, like I'm discovering what lights my life, what lights ideas. I feel like it's more ideas versus complete victory. I mean, maybe you are having victory, but I'm getting the feeling of like, there's this idea, there's that idea. Look, I'm gonna pick this one, I'm gonna pick this one. But there's something, yeah, you're headed towards an end of a cycle. And I think that's why it's like, come on, let's open the boxes so that you can go into the next cycle. Let's learn, right? Let's take our time, not rush things. Right now you're in rush mode. You're like, yes, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then the ask is, you got to go through this portal first. You got to take your time and unpack the emotional baggage that is being activated, or that you're not wanting to look at, right? I just feel like there's resistance towards it, but you're headed towards change and transformation. You're headed towards it. Yeah. Virgo energy. Again, you could have, this is Virgo energy. This is the Hermit. This is about becoming wise, going within, retreating, unpacking all of that luggage and learning from it, transforming it, transmuting it. That's what you're being asked to do right now, right? Knight of Swords, Virgo. You're being asked to slow the F down. Slow the F down. You have a lot of, I could do this, I could do that, I feel so great, right? Because the victory could be emotional victory of like, I'm feeling like I'm blooming, but there's still work that you need to do. There's still work. What's underneath? The Empress energy. Yeah, you're needing to transform yourself, right? If you want to give birth to these ideas, there's still some healing work around the nurturance of it, right? The birthing aspect, the earth, the staying grounded, like it just feels earthy. This particular reading, there's like air, fire, and earth, and it's just like, wait, hold on, let's make sure you understand this process of transformation. What is it? This one? Ah, that's so funny, Scorpio. It's so funny. Funny in like a cute way. Let's get you an oracle card. Let's get you an oracle card. The stubbornness. That's so funny. Appreciation. Appreciation. being in appreciation mode. I mean, there could be a desire to move fast to get to that next thing, and you will, but there's something about slowing down. Choosing gratitude. This card shows a woman holding a single rose. She enjoys the scent and beauty of the single blossom. Yet around and behind her are bramble bushes. She could be focusing on these, worried that she might get caught up in their prickly branches of difficulty. Instead, she's pausing to experience the blessing of this single flower. The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice and on the tiny buds waiting to open up. This card is telling you that you have much to be grateful for, and like the flowering bush behind the woman on the card, there is more to come that you can't yet see. Congratulate yourself for every moment that you choose appreciation. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value, and it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness of life to you. So it could be, again, slow down, enjoy the pace, open that luggage one by one, do the transformative healing work, the hermit, right? Unpack it, learn from it, and be in appreciation mode, right? And then open that next one, and then repeat. You're being asked to slow down and enjoy what's around you, appreciate what's around you. Scorpio, that's for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that makes sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. Don't forget to check out the final reading to see if there's something in there for you. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have Cancer in the 8th house. So this is a major reset in intimacy, the behind the scenes of partnerships. It's also a reset in shared resources. It's also a reset in psychological transformation, right? And so when you think about psychological transformation, you're talking about your belief system also at a deeper level, boundaries, specifically around power and control, because the 8th house is all about like the hidden stuff, secrets. So Cancer there is making sure that there is emotional intimacy in, or emotional connection with these changes or what's being highlighted for you. Can you feel nurtured in specific partnerships? Maybe they're secret lovers, or you know, you could be needing to reevaluate. Do these intimate connections feel safe, feel secure, enough to where maybe there's transformative work that we got to do together? Transformation. 8th house, 8th house, 8th house. Transform limits. Allow spirit to take away doubts, fears, and attachments. I changed my life with Aries. Reassess your relationships. Power and control. Release control. The 8th house is all about control as well. So you could be asked to evaluate, like, are there power and control issues or dynamics at play? Can you release control? Can you release attachments to these individuals, especially if they're no longer aligned with you or the boundaries are not healthy? And allowing this transformation to be easy for you, Sag. It's like the phoenix is rising. So again, you've done this before, at least if I remember. In your previous readings, you've done this before. You've reached the top before, Sag. So just remember, you change your life with ease. I changed my life with ease. Between worlds. Aw. You are in between. You're somewhere in between, aren't we all? This could be where you are transforming, getting ready to transform yourself into that next version of you, into that next part of you in connection with other people. Maybe this is you in transition with a potential partner that's going to be deeply rooted in the emotional experience of it, right? In the intimacy. There's going to be shared things behind the scenes, or a shared transformative experience that you're about to enter. Yeah. Let's get one more for Sag. There it is. 8 of Coins. This is about work. This is about your finances. This is 8 of Coins is 8 of Pentacles. It's almost like, I don't know why that story is coming to my mind, but it's like she's been working, she's been brewing, she's been creating this spiritual practice. Maybe you are shifting and transforming into becoming an entrepreneur or into having your own business, spiritual practice business, and you're kind of like the magician. Me da aire de magician. Like I'm mixing everything that I know. I'm mixing everything that I know, and I'm getting ready for this new chapter in my life. You're getting ready for this new chapter in your life. Let's do this one. I haven't done this one in a while. You're getting ready, Sag. And it could be with a partner. It could be, that's what I was going to say. She looks like she's waiting for a partner. Like she's doing this all by herself. But because it's Cancer in your 8th house, there could be a partnership that's coming in. Something that's going to be more intimate for you. Or it could be that your this transformation that you're going through, not the transformation, because shared resources is also about work, right? It's about you sharing resources with someone else, or exchanging resources, time, energy, money. It doesn't have to be just money. So it could, like I mentioned before, like entrepreneurship, where you're giving a service in exchange for something. So there could be an increase in that for you. Where have you been? So regardless if it's a relationship or a partnership, it could just be with other people. It could just be with people that you're either maybe helping transform, right? If we're looking at her as the shaman, maybe you're helping people transform. Maybe you're helping people with their boundaries. High Priestess, you've been tapped in. You've been definitely connecting to spirit, learning how to follow your intuition, working in silence. She's working on her laptop. So it's like you've been working on something quietly. Right now, you're Empress. This is lovely. This is powerhouse for me. Whenever I see these 2 cards, it's like you've focused on the spiritual and now you're focused on the material. She's the goddess, like the know-all, be-all of the spirit world and connection it to source. And this is the end-all, be-all, know-all about earth and how to connect back up. So I love this combination. I love that it's coming out for you. It's 2 and 3. So it's like this progression, like I've done the internal work, I've done the healing work, and now I'm putting it all. Like I know about the process of change. I know about the seasons. I know how to nurture and give fruit. Yes, 9 of Wands. You're headed towards a lot more work. It's a new portal, a new energy, a new level of work, but it's work where you're telling about your personal story. You know, if you look at her, she's like worn out, like, oh, I've been through the ringer, I've done it, right? I've achieved it. So you're headed towards putting all of these, I mean, behind her could be all these business ideas. It could be all of this work, the labor, the lessons. You're headed towards that, but I think it's what you're manifested. The transformation. You're transforming right now. You're in the middle of that transformation. Scorpio. You're in the middle of the transformation. Sorry, that's just so funny. 10 of Wands. Be careful. Be careful in terms of your energy and your flow. Making sure you maintain healthy boundaries, right? Because that's also 8th house is managing your power dynamics, right? Don't take on too much. There might be some excitement of like, oh my gosh, this next chapter, I want to do this, I want to do that. Don't take on too much. That could be what you're learning. That could be the transformative work, right? That could be the transformative work. So just be careful. It's like be careful, because you're headed towards the 9 of Wands. Then it's the 10 of Wands. This is, again, this progression. 2, 3, 9, 10. The beginning of the major arcanas, and then you have the ending of a cycle. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Let's see what that's all about. 45. 45. It says, this tender man sits with flowers all around, holding a heart in his hand. For a man, this signals a greater clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. There could be a more balanced approach to family and love at this time, even if these have been confusing experiences for you in the past. For some, this card could signal the presence of a new person in your life, maybe a person with masculine energy, one who tends to be more thoughtful and aware. Whether or not this person is a love interest or a friend, they bring a high intention to help where personal projects, family, or home issues are concerned. So a more intimate partner. Isn't that lovely? Sag, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading to see if there's something in there for you. All right, we are moving on to Capricorn. You have Cancer energy in the 7th house of partnerships. This could be intimate partnerships, marriages, contracts, work collaborations. This is planting the seeds for a sense of safety and security in whatever type of relationships you have. Do you feel safe? Do you feel at home? Can you open up and be vulnerable to create that as the foundation? Vulnerability. To feel safe requires trust. To build trust, there has to be a lot of things, mutual respect, but oftentimes it requires a sense of vulnerability, right? Can you be authentic? Can you be open? Can you be all the versions of you? Can I see? Will you let me see all the versions of you, so that this foundation, right, demonstrates that we can still see each other and not run away from each other or shut each other out, or engage in conflict or overpower one another, because the 7th house, the natural ruler of the 7th house is Libra, and Libra can fall into yes pleasing, put themselves in the back burner for the sake of the relationship. And so Capricorn, for you, Capricorn rising, it's about, will you let others see your heart so that you can see theirs, right? And that will just continue to foster trust, safety, and security. True north, align your decisions with Spirit's guidance to get direction. I know the way to go. If you don't know where to go, check out your north node. Check out your, get a birth chart reading. If you don't know what steps to take next, Capricorn, what does your heart tell you? And if your heart is closed off, right, because right now it's being asked to open it up, plant those emotional seeds so that there could be safety and security in your relationship, so that you can build a solid foundation in these partnerships, whether they're work partnerships or love interests, because it's through your heart, it's through your emotions that you will know which way to go. So check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Wildlands. I love this card. This is my second favorite card. It's almost like there's this magical creature getting ready to birth something. And for me, it almost feels like higher self, and then our version of the self is catching up. So there could be a calling for you spiritually if you haven't already entertained a spiritual path. There could be something about magic. There could be something about leadership, because there's Orion at the top, the constellation of Orion. There's something about stepping into a partnership that's non-traditional. Wildlands. Stepping into a partnership that is more freeing. Wild. Like, I'm thinking wild land, wild foundation. There's something about a partnership for you that is non-traditional, that there's more freedom in. And in terms of how the foundation is built, it's It's not going to be traditional for you. King of Wands. King of Wands, Leo. You could have Leo in your chart. King of Wands is leading with compassion, leading with empathy, leading with joy. It's being able to not all about me, all about me, all about me. The King of Wands in their highest vibration knows that helping other people shine is this mutual benefit. That there's a mutual benefit of I feel good when I help others shine. So there's something about that. There's something about not being too stingy or not over focusing on just you and your needs, especially because Capricorn is about the 7th house for you. So it's about other people's needs too. Are you meeting other people's needs? Are you making sure things are staying balanced? You know, you have to assess your relationships, all kinds of relationships. But that's what the potential for starting something new, building a strong foundation with someone or with more people. All right, Capricorn, where have you been? Where have you been? You have the Emperor, Aries energy, focusing on you, my friend. Leadership. Emperor's Aries energy. It's the king of all kings. They can be very cocky. They can be very overly confident, right? Or at least give off that impression like, I know it all. You might be giving off that impression, or you could really have been in your confidence. Knight of Pentacles. Now it's like, okay, let's take our time. Let's take our time with this relationship. This is Virgo energy. This is like, let's build the foundation. Let's build the foundation of this new thing. And then 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, one step at a time. more earth energy. Capricorn. So it's, yes, you know, maybe I was on a high horse because I thought I knew it all. And maybe it's now like I really need to dot my T's, right? Cross my T's, dot my I's. I really need to look at one thing at a time. And after I look at one thing at a time, I'll have all of these other things already set up, right? It's like I'm looking at just one thing. Look, it's almost like I'm not even looking at it. I don't need to touch it. But no, I actually have to get close. I actually have to open myself up to the moon. Like I've kept the moon at the distance. I've kept my heart at a distance. I'm bringing it closer and closer. Do you see this progression? And because you're allowing it to get close to your heart, now there's more things that are being birthed out of that. Permission. Projects that are heart-based. Partnerships that are heart-based. What do you need to focus on, Capricorn? What do you need to focus on? Oh, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. There could be some worries around your heart, around not wanting to get hurt, walking away from pain. I mean, usually the 7 of Swords, they are carrying 5 of the 7 swords. This person doesn't seem to be carrying anything. It almost seems like they're just walking away from the pain, walking away from the hurt, walking away from the lessons. Like I'm walking away. I'm walking away from it. Like, I don't need to steal anything to feel safe. I'm just walking away from the drama. I'm walking away from the conflict. It's like a choice. You're walking away from, yeah. Like, I don't want to deal with conflict. I just want to keep my heart open. I want me and my higher self, or me and my partner. I want my divine partner. I don't want to work. I don't want to engage in conflict. I don't want things to be difficult anymore. Right? I want to be in my joy. I want a partnership that's freeing, that's spiritual, maybe in nature, that we build together. We share our hearts together. Yeah, you're walking away from the drama. And if you build this foundation, it's love is going to yeah, door to spirit. Door to your heart is through spirit. Door to your intuition is through spirit, which is through your heart, right? I mean, you could be being called on a spiritual path. Let's see, 32. All of a sudden, I'm not feeling so great. Like, there were a lot of people sick this week, and I wasn't feeling so great. But let's see. This door opens into the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit, and to the magic and power of your true identity. You could be called to becoming some type of spiritual helper, healer, teacher, Capricorn, but it's a calling. Whether or not you'll answer the call is up to you. Capricorn, this was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading at the end to see if there's something in there for you. All right, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, you have Cancer in the 6th house. The 6th house of your day-to-day routine, of your work and life balance, your well-being. And so this is a reset with habits, daily habits, a reset with your mind-body connection. There could be a reset in how you are nurturing your workspace, or if you are embracing some type of routine that's heart-based, that's you're passionate about, that you've been thinking about, and you're like, I've been wanting to do this for the daily. So whatever that is for you, Aquarius, you are being tasked to look at your day-to-day life. Are you staying balanced? Are you loving your routine? Are you hating it? Do you like your workout routine? Do you like your work routine? Is the 9 to 5 working for you, or do you need something flexible? So that's a part of your life that you are being called to reset or reevaluate. Aquarius, you get Beacon of Truth. Pause and tune into your inner guidance before taking action. You are an air sign, and sometimes we want to go fast, especially when there's some type of transformation, but you're being asked to slow down, pause, think about what feels better, what is right for you, Aquarius, and make that choice, not because other people are telling you, but because it feels emotionally aligned with you. Find your voice. Right? Not because other people are telling you, but because it's something you want. Find your voice. Look, it's almost like you've been shut down, or no one's hearing you. You're in the bottle. You're like trying to speak, and like you've given up. It's almost like you've given up, or you've been frustrated, and you don't know that there's a world outside of you. They're finally noticing you, or you're finally being noticed. Your voice is being heard, whether it's through spirit or the people around you. Maybe you've been trying to find your voice. Like, what is it that I like? What is it that I'm emotionally connected to? 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is, again, it's you protecting your light. It's people coming at you from different directions usually. But this is like you... It's like spirit finally hearing what your heart wants. They're looking up into the heavens. And it's like, again, a new moon. Like, you would think it's the full moon, but it's like even the sun is dark. So there's something about like, the seeds are being planted with maybe a spiritual practice of some sort. I mean, 7 of Wands is usually... you're needing to protect your peace, your inner voice. Maybe you didn't feel like you were connected to spirit, and that this could be you finding your voice with spirit, finding your higher voice, your higher self's voice, and aligning with that. regardless of what other people are saying to you. Let's see, where have you been? Where have you been? Aquarius, where have you been? There it is. Okay. You have been, ooh, yeah, you've been really fighting. You've been having to tap into your strength, Leo energy, to follow your passions. Like, you've really had to work at it. You've really had to work at fighting. It's almost like the Knight of Wands is like fighting with your past truth, fighting with the past version of you, because they're looking towards the past. These two are, they're looking towards the past, rushing towards the past. Like, what was being illuminated that really burned you up from your past. The Lovers card. You're at a crossroads, making a choice with you and your higher self, or this could be an actual partnership, a relationship that you're focused on. Knight of Cups. Moving forward with your heart being healed, your heart being open. With saying, like, this is my truth in this cup, and I want to share my truth with somebody else. It's like you've been focused on the past. You've been focused on the past. That's where you are right now. And now it's like, I'm looking at my present moment. Maybe I have this person right here in front of me, or I want a choice in love, and I'm going to move forward now. It's so fascinating. It's like, I mean, even the angel here is like holding their heart. So it's almost like your higher self is, and they're looking towards the past. So it's like, I'm healing my heart about the past, and now I'm able to move forward. Look at that. And it could be just the day-to-day choices that you make to get you emotionally ready. Yeah, you're manifesting this. You're learning how to manifest, how to heal your heart so that you can attract, right, what it is that you're really, really wanting. The Moon, Cancer energy, the shadow work, the healing work underneath, right? That's what's going to help you get to keeping your heart open. You're manifesting this. You're bringing this in for yourself, Aquarius, whether you realize it or not. That's what's going to help you find your voice. And it's going to help you feel abundant, right? Access abundance. 31. Because you're healing your old story. Maybe there was something or someone that was home for you, right? Feeling safe, secure. And that's what you were healing, so that your heart could stay open to this next thing. And you could have been focused on just the day-to-day stuff, And that's really ultimately how the healing process works. It's like, what's this moment all about? What's this moment activating within you? This card shows a door with a gold coin on it, opening to a place that's filled with light and bright potential. Money, coins, and jewels fly towards you through the open door, revealing a golden city beyond. All of this points to the potential for exciting new beginnings or expansions where work or money are concerned. Perhaps a new opportunity is totally unexpected, or perhaps it's something you've been working toward for quite a while. Either way, keep your eyes open for this new beginning to appear in your life. Know that anything you value may be open to you now. Remain conscious and creative, and get ready to step through the door. So there could have been something that you've been working on, right? The healing, and this is just now the external manifestation of what you've been working on behind the scenes. All right, Aquarius, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading at the end to see if there is something there for you. All right, we are moving on to Pisces. Pisces, you have Cancer in the 5th house of joy, of fun, of romance, of children, creativity. And so this is you nurturing or finding nurturance in the playful things of life, romantic things, creativity, your inner child. There could be some inner child healing, or you could actually be nurturing a child. You could be exploring how to nurture your self-expression, whatever that is for you, whether that's through children, the birth of children, whether that's through the birth of projects, a birth of a new relationship, a fun relationship, a romantic relationship. Spiritual strength. You're being asked to have spiritual strength in what is brought up for you in this placement. Maybe there's been difficulty with creativity or with romance or with your inner child work, healing work, or how you approach dating has been challenged. And so you're being asked to embrace spiritual strength, to let spirit guide you through any challenges along the way. You could have had challenges in this part of your life, and now you're having to press the reset button. How do I do this in a new way? How do I do this in a safe way, in a nurturing way? You know, usually the 5th house is like sex, romance, fleeting romance, right? So maybe you've been doing things too quickly, and now it's like, let's slow down. Let's do this. Let's nurture this in a safe. I said this to somebody else. Calculated risks, safe risks, because this is also like fun. So how do you have fun in a way that's safe? How do you have fun? You know, sometimes when you raise children, you can't go all wild with kids. Kids need structure. They need stability to feel safe. So it's kind of like that. So how do you nurture that part of yourself so that your self-expression can flourish, can feel comfortable coming out? Or maybe think about the person in your life who you felt safe with, who was nurturing creativity within you, who is someone, you know, you want to have a child with, or build a project with, or someone you want to approach dating differently with, right? Who is willing to entertain that new way with you. One with nature. Oh, this looks like the Hermit. I haven't seen this card before. Again, there's like this call towards spirituality for you, Pisces. One with nature. It could be, what are you creating with your higher self? What have you considered? That's what it is. Have you considered embracing this 5th house energy of joy, creativity, romance? Like, have you romanced yourself? One with nature. Have you romanced life, the world around you? Like, can you find passion and excitement and creativity in what things have been created and what you can create? Look, like this person is like everything in the tip of their finger. The tip of their finger. This reminds me of the Hermit. The Hermit blooming, the Hermit blossoming, having done all the transformative work on their back, and now coming out. One with nature. Maybe you're needing to spend more time in nature. 6 of Swords. Oh, wow. Wow, look at this. A 6 of Swords is usually going to come, again, it could be looked at as a spiritual journey, spiritual path, like going reluctantly. But look, it's like finally having crossed something that was holding you back. You were being held back, but now you're there. You're stepping into that water, that cleansing water, that spiritual, like it's almost like you're being called towards the spiritual path. Again, you're being called towards the spiritual path. And it almost looks like maybe you are stepping into it to let the old you die. This could have been something that you were resisting doing. And the 6 of Swords, like they're going towards calmer shores. They're going towards a calmer experience, a better experience. Pisces, this could just be you transforming how you express yourself, but going through a spiritual process, like aligning with spirit, creating with spirit, with your intuition, you and your higher self. It could be the romance with you and your higher self. How are you romancing that partnership? Because when you fall in love with your higher self, when you fall in love, when you entertain the passion between you and your higher self, that's where you get ideas. That's where you get these things to follow, projects. you know, passion. That's why they're called passion projects, because it's heart-based. All right, Pisces, enough talking. Where have you been? I'm rambling. There you are. Death. You've been transforming, my friend. Scorpio energy, you've been becoming the phoenix rising. That's where you've been. That could be why, like, spiritual strength. You're climbing out of that hole. Okay, 2 cards. 10 of coins, pentacles, king of cups. Okay, you have been, currently you're focusing on your finances, trying to build a legacy maybe, and I mean, Pisces, king of cups, that's you, my friend. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You've been focusing on healing your heart, focusing on stabilizing your emotions and your finances. That's where you are right now. Look, even the king of cups has a child there. So maybe you are having a child, or you're nurturing a project of some sort. Yeah, just focusing on even partnership, a balanced partnership. It says equality now at the top. A balanced partnership, a fair, just partnership, where you're not being overlooked or put like a slave, or like, you know, not considered. Equality now. Yeah, look, chariot. Again, chariot. You're headed towards spirituality. You're headed towards clarity. You're headed towards Leo energy, right? Your confidence again. Was it you? No, it was somebody someone just had Leo, and they also had the chariot. So this is you headed towards greater clarity about your spiritual nature, about the spiritual work that you're here to do, and embracing confidence energy with that. What are you needing to focus on right now? Pisces, what are you needing to focus on right now? What are you needing to focus on? Oh, that's one too many. That's one too many. I'll put it back. Sorry. That's one too many. Just one, universe. 2 at most. 1 or 2 at most. Whenever I get more than 1 card, I always feel like, okay, the universe is wanting to talk to you. So how are you connecting or not connecting? 10 of Wands. The end of a cycle. You're ending a cycle right now. You're ending a partnership. Right now you're ending some type of partnership. There could have been some tension or fire or conflict between you. Conflict that got bigger. Some type of conflict that was small and kept getting bigger and bigger. And it's almost like the hand of God is interfering. Like this connection that you're in is not for you. This connection that you're in is needing to break apart. It just feels like the hand of God is intervening. Like, I'm gonna make this blow up. Like, it's not even on fire yet. Like, I'm going to, the feminine energy, I'm going to like create drama because this needs to end. So you're focused on a relationship right now that's needing to end, that's cycling out, that's been heavy. What's underneath? 3 of Wands. Yeah. There's something about this conflict or this situation, this connection, that either it's a relationship that you're in that you're not supposed to be in, and the universe is intervening to blow this up, to blow this apart, or the cycle has to end between you and somebody else where there was conflict. And again, the universe is coming in and saying, hey, we need to end this conflict between you. So either this conflict is going to help heal it, or this intervention, this divine intervention is either going to help heal this or bring this back together, or this divine intervention is going to separate it. It's either one of those two for you. Underneath, you have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is taking those first steps towards where you're meant to be, either with this person or a new partnership that you're going to build a foundation with. And it almost feels like this is an individual that you are going to become the hermit with. Either this person that you're in relationship right now, or the person that you're supposed to be. You're supposed to climb to the top of the tower and create some type of spiritual stability together. That's underneath. Meaning you may not, the sun and the moon are there too. Yeah, there's this, it's a soulmate energy. It's someone that you're walking the same path with, or that is supposed to be on your path. Wow, that's so wild. Look at how this flows. Look at how the story is. Like these two either are fighting together or divine intervention, right? And it's like, okay, now you're free to go with the person you're supposed to be, or you're reconnecting with this person you had a fight with to go up into hermit mode. Isn't that wild? Pisces, that's for you, my friends. Let's get an oracle card. An oracle card for you. Oh, there it is. Oof, you've had some anxiety. Again, it could be the relationship that you're in is bringing you anxiety. It's like a 9 card, end of a cycle. Let's see what it says. It says, the woman of this card is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card may indicate that you're experiencing a time of increasing stress, perhaps even a situation that you find yourself brooding about much of the time. However, if you'll notice the scene outside the window, the storm is distant and perhaps even moving away. Whatever is going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. Brooding and fretting will never resolve things, so trust in yourself and your process. When you live with a relaxed heart and mind, you're far more likely to receive the solutions that you seek. All right. Pisces, that's for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the general reading to see if there's something in there for you. We are moving on to Aries. Aries, you have Cancer in the 4th house of home. This is a very private part of your life. It's about safety and security. It's about your roots, your family life. So redefining what home is, redefining who's a part of home for you. Maybe you've been overly focused on what home used to be like, and you're really needing to redefine that for yourself now. This could also be a time where you are healing family wounds, healing old wounds, healing wounds from past lives. And finding emotional vulnerability in what your new home is. And that could also be the home within you, right? Between worlds, work with spirit to heal blocks and uncover deeper truths. So this is, again, healing the shadow work. The shadow work around home, around family, around yourself, and what your role was. Spirit is your true source. So if you're feeling stuck, if you don't know who to trust or who to follow, spirit, source, go within. Go within to find the answers. Go within, my friends. All right. Aries. Oh, there it is. Ooh, red is for desire. What do you desire? Are you desiring to go on a journey? Are you sleeping a lot? Like, what is your desires? What are you not sharing? What are the desires of your heart? There could be some movement, or you desiring movement, desiring passion, desiring your heart to feel alive again. Desiring movement, desiring your heart to feel alive again. Red is for desire. What do you desire? What do you want? The Emperor. Oh, you're wanting confidence. You're wanting the King of all kings. You're wanting to lead. You're wanting to take charge of your life. You're wanting to integrate wisdom, freedom. Aries, you're wanting to reclaim your confidence. You used to be confident, or you are confident. You're embracing that right now. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Where have you been, Aries? The Moon. You've been dealing with your shadow. can't really show it too long. The moon. You've been in the moon energy. You've already been dealing with home stuff. The Emperor. I love when the cards repeat. This is where you are right now. You're learning about your strength, your confidence, and you're becoming the Hermit. Wow, these are all major arcanas. This is a lot. This is like a leveled up version of you, Aries, where you've been doing the shadow work. You're learning how to reclaim your sense of power, your wisdom, and transmuting it. The Hermit goes up into intentional solitude to transform those lessons from the past. What do you need to focus on right now? So you're in between worlds. This is you probably following the calling. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Discovering what your truth is, rushing with it, whether it's truth from the past, and now looking forward. So maybe you were headed towards the past with like, this is what I've discovered. This is what I've learned. And now it's like, okay, now I need to move towards my future. Like what? I'm waiting for my ships to come in. I want to know and take the next step. Not realizing that this is going to lead you into being wise. What's underneath? The Fool. Yeah, starting a new chapter. You're starting a new chapter, my friends. A new chapter, a lighter chapter. You're starting fresh. This is a reset for you, Aries. This is a reset for you in terms of your home life and what you're desiring for yourself. The version of you that's becoming, Aries. Let's get an oracle card to end the reading for you. Oh, there it is. Walking away. Yeah. You're walking away. That's lovely. 27. 27 says, letting go, moving on. This card shows someone walking away, congratulations, from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. This card upright reveals what it could be, that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. This includes stuff from the past that you've been bringing to the future. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing, but you're now ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional pattern, or false belief. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's in the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and to move forward now. Isn't that amazing? I love it when it aligns like that. Oh my goodness. Aries, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the reading at the end to see if there's something in there for you. All right, moving on to Taurus. Taurus, you have Cancer in the 3rd house of communication, of siblings, of community, close community. And so this is about having heart-centered conversations, using your words in a way that nurtures connection, honesty, authenticity. It could be healing words. It could be words that just express how people make you feel, their importance to you. It could also be conflicts, using heart-based words to deal with conflicts. Like, how do you express? The one that's coming to mind right now is like, so we had an activity at work on Friday. We were talking about restorative conversations. And so this is when there's conflict with people, and then how do you have a restorative conversation to help heal it? And we were talking about experiences where we didn't feel, where someone didn't understand our behavior and just made assumptions about it without being curious. And so we had to recall an event, and I chose to recall one of the last times that I felt judged or misunderstood, and that was when I left home. When I left home to move here, and how I was being told time and time and again by certain people, you're running away from your problems. You're running away from your problems. And I remember thinking, like, that's not why I'm moving. I'm moving because I had a heart pull here. Like, I felt good here. I loved the walking here. I loved when I came to visit here, and I just felt it right here. Like, I needed to be here, and I didn't know why. And everyone else just kept saying, oh, you're just running away from your problems. And I remember thinking, like, how great would it have been for them to have viewed it in a different way, or communicated to me in a different way, in a heart-based way. Yubi, I'm worried. You know, I love you. I want the best for you. And active listening, right? That I would have received the emotional support that I needed as I started this new chapter in my life. That's what came to mind. When you were talking about heart-centered communication, rebuilding connections, feeling safe in your communication with your loved ones, with your siblings, with your close friends, with your close community. It's, yeah, because that's the house of words, right? So miscommunications, same thing. So how do you have healing conversations about miscommunications? So the first card is Heavenly Embrace. You will never lose your way, for all paths will lead you back home. So if you're afraid of being derailed from home, everywhere you go, you have home within you. And I feel like you're transforming that, what home is for you. And then Sacred Pause. There's a pause. There's something that's like temporarily, like your ships, you're wanting your ships to come in, but there's a pause. It's almost like you're needing to build a foundation for yourself, a new type of stability before the ship in the background comes in, bringing what you've desired. It's like you don't have the foundation for yourself to really allow Spirit to give you what it is that you're wanting. You need to build a foundation for yourself. And so this pause is causing you to really redefine how you're going to build a foundation for yourself so that all of your wishes come true. There's something about that. Judgment, transformation. This is, you're being asked to transform. You're being asked to redefine yourself, redefine what home is for you. You have to go through some transformative experience. You have to go through some transformative experience, but your abundance is stuck. Your abundance, it's like it's pending your transformation. You know, when it's like this is gonna happen pending this, like pending your transformation, pending your ability to establish your foundation, solidify your foundation. Like all of this is pending, all of this. Like you're holding yourself back, Taurus. All right, where have you been? You, Six of Cups. There's been a connection. It could be nostalgia over a past love, or nurturing a connection from childhood. That's been a transformative connection for you. So that's where you've been. You've been focusing on a partnership or a collaboration. It could be spiritual, or it could be transformative. It could be someone with pearls. They have like shells around them. The potential for transformation. This is where you've been right now. Is you have an idea. Page of Wands. I want to ground this new idea. There's earth energy in you, right? Taurus, duh, you're Taurus. So there's something about like chopping wood and how do I secure this foundation? How do I secure this idea? Here's the moon energy again. This has been coming out. You're headed towards healing. You're headed towards transformation. You're headed towards shadow work. You're headed towards being comfortable walking in the unknown, walking in the dark. This is the full moon. The full moon. So it could be in the next full moon cycle. What do you need to focus on right now? There's almost like this loyalty to yourself that you have to gain. this loyalty to yourself with what you're wanting to create. Right now, you're focused on lack mentality. You're focused on feeling left out in the cold, feeling left behind, or not having enough, or not having the support that you need, right? Maybe you're feeling like the, the black sheep in the family, because you're wanting to go on a journey and maybe you're being judged by it. Underneath, Six of Wands, there's going to be victory. You're going to have victory with this process, with this transformation, if you choose to follow it. If you choose to follow it. All right, Taurus, let's get you an oracle card. An oracle card. Let's get you an oracle card. Oh, there it is. Journey. Can the universe be any clearer about you going on this path? You stepping out with your higher self. It's a 2 card. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Pack your bags, my friend. The journey card foretells upcoming travel or a shift in location. It may be as simple as a vacation, a retreat, or class, or even a work-related trip. This card could also signal a move of residence or a job relocation. The upright position indicates that the plan should go off without a hitch. Still, be clear about your motivations and mindful of logistics. All of life is a journey, and this card is telling you that you have some exciting and inspiring adventures ahead, should you choose to follow the path, of course. Wow, that's exciting. Taurus, that's for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading after Gemini. We'll be doing that, the general reading, to see if there's something in there for you. All right, moving on to Gemini. Gemini, you have Cancer in the 2nd house of resources, material wealth. It's also the house of self-worth. And so you're being asked to redefine what self-worth is, or how you define your self-worth. Redefine your sense of safety with material security. Maybe it's about nurturing a new way of establishing finances or resources for yourself. It could be nurturing a new way of defining your self-worth. It could be nurturing new opportunities with your material stability. Gemini, clear the passage. You have many choices to make to move closer to your desires. You make good choices. I make good choices. So this is asking you to be very intentional with the choices that you make, because your choices are also resources. And so if you're being careless with your decisions, too impulsive, for example, you may be repeating cycles, which is what's causing you to have blockages. So clear the passage with how you're making choices about your self-worth, about your stability, your security. Tell yourself that you make good decisions and pause before you act. You can always say, I'm not sure, let me think about that before you make a decision. Path of Moonlight. There's Leo energy in this. There's trusting in the process of the unknown, allowing yourself to be guided, allowing yourself to be guided on this path, on this journey. If it's hard for you to step into it, then allow it to come in, allow it to be shined on you, the path to be illuminated. If it's hard for you to see. The Lovers, this could be about a connection. This could be about you and your higher self. This could be about fairness, justice, balance. It could be about how you are balancing energy with this other person, how you're balancing time, what you give to each other. Or it could just be you and your higher self, making that time to nurture that connection so that you know intuitively what decisions to make, what opportunities to take and say yes to that will nurture your finances or material stability. Where are you right now? This Moon card is straight up the theme. Right now you've been in transformative mode. The Death card and the Moon. You have been transforming the unknown within you. You are looking at your shadow. It's being shown to you. It's like a double whammy again. Gosh, someone else had a double whammy. So that's where you've been. You've definitely been transforming, the shadow work, seeing your reflection, all the cuckooies, all the different types of cuckooey, right? You're confronting it. That's where you've been. Where are you now, my friend? Where are you now? Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, learning how to juggle the spiritual with the, this is different. Two of Pentacles is where you are right now. So you're learning how to juggle. You're learning how to stay balanced. You're learning how to stay balanced with the big feelings. Usually she's on land. And usually I say that the Two of Pentacles is juggling the spiritual with the material. But in this particular case, I feel like you're just learning how to stay stable and with the big feelings that are coming up for you. Like you are in rocky waters. The ship even is like sometimes sinking. It gives the illusion of it's sinking, but it's right on top. You are mastering this big feeling. Like, look, she looks like she's mastering it. Like, I can do this. I can ride the waves. I'm in it. And it almost gives the illusion that it's raining too. So it's like water above, water below, a storm above, a storm below. And you're learning how to balance all of that. You're headed towards the King of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is confidence. This is joyful leadership, empathetic leadership, leading with your heart open. Oh, I ran out of water. Excuse me. Leading with your heart open. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. What do you need to focus on right now, Gemini? I got 12:12 on the clock. What do you need to focus on, Gemini? There you go. Balance. Libra energy. You're needing to focus on staying balanced, making sure things are fair, things are reciprocal. If it's a partnership, right? If it's lovers, if it's just your emotions, staying balanced, your finances, whatever, if you're going into a financial partnership with someone, or just how you're nurturing your own finances, making sure you stay balanced in terms of the output and the input. Your self-worth, how are you balancing that emotional experience with what instability is happening outside of you? Material instability or emotional instability. Did I show you what's underneath? No, I didn't. Wheel of Fortune. This is helping you close out a cycle. This is helping you level up and out into the next thing. That's beautiful. All right, Gemini. Let's get an oracle card to close this off, and then we'll do the general reading. Let's get one card for you, Gemini. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and take that. Rest and rejuvenation. With all that healing work, of course, you're going to need rest and rejuvenation. 19. It says, this card shows a man in a meditative and tranquil state. The message here is that it's time to relax. You may have been busy lately, but you should be finding more time to just let go. When you do, allow yourself to go within and open up to the peace and wisdom that are vibrating there. This card upright indicates that there should be more leisure time for you now and more of an opportunity to engage in peaceful thinking. So make it a priority. Your connection to spirit brings great assistance, but it can only be achieved through regular relaxation and meditation. Now is a great time to make sure you insert this gentle activity into your daily life. In many ways, this is far more productive than unceasing action. This could be because of all of the emotional chaos that you're navigating. There's a lot happening, a lot of transformative work, and so the recovery period is definitely what's needed to be embraced. All right. Wow, Gemini. That was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And we're going to do the general reading now. to see if there's something in there for you. All right, welcome back. General reading. Here we go. When I was meditating, the first thing that I experienced was hearing the words, yeah, look it. But it was in a, like, yeah, look it, or how do I say it? It was like whiny, like, oh, yeah, look it, like that. Yeah, look it. And so it felt like something was being illuminated, and it was like, oh, like I'm having to confront it, kind of thing. Like, yeah, look it. So for me, intuitively, it just felt like something's being illuminated or brought to your awareness. It might be something that you didn't want to pay attention to or didn't want to acknowledge. And so there could be frustration over something that maybe has been dismissed before, or maybe like helplessness, like, oh yeah, look it, okay, you know. Like, woe is me. When I looked it up, it gave a different like perspective, so I'm going to share that too, just because, you know, it could be potentially be anything. It talks about it does acknowledge frustration with potentially unequal dynamic. So there could be a minimization of knowledge, or what was being illuminated like more of a burden, like, oh, like now I have to deal with it. So that makes sense. But there could have been like some foresight or knowledge, but maybe peers, family, or colleagues, you know, are complaining with you bringing something up. So there could be that. Then I'm being shown a farmer's market, and there's a stand. There's a lot of stands, but there's one stand in particular, and there's a man kneeling down and apologizing to people that are passing by. And then I'm being shown like around it, so I'm going around it now, and then I'm seeing the stand, but it was unclear. It was empty, like it wasn't all empty, but like the main, you know, if you've ever done pop-ups or you know, gone to like some type of market, right, where you're selling something, you know, there's a way of positioning certain things to catch the eye, or like to market or attract attention, right? And so there's la presentación, the presentation of it, like the center was empty. And so it was unclear though if it was empty because there was a lack of it, like we ran out of it, you know, there was so much that we ran out, or I don't have enough to fill the inside. But it was produce, so it was like, you know, primarily lettuce for whatever reason, and I didn't look up the meaning behind lettuce itself. I should look it up. But it was interesting because it was produce. It was specifically less lettuce. But I couldn't tell. So for you, take it as it is, right? It could be either lack mentality, feeling like you don't have enough, or you ran out, like there was just a high demand, and that's why that man was apologizing, like, I'm so sorry. Then I'm seeing in the background another stand, and that stand has, again, the lettuce, but it's now laid out, like their stand has como, like, oh, not a wall, but like a presentation wall or part of their stand. And then there's lettuce options. So I'm seeing like romaine lettuce, I'm seeing iceberg lettuce, like different leaves of lettuces, different options. And so that, you know, when I put it in, right, one, there's issues around decision making, needing to decide, like, do I replenish or am I done, right? So there could be exhaustion around decision making, because it does say like, okay, not knowing if you're needing to restock or if you're out for good. Yes, it was like that. Okay, it says leaf options symbolize natural growth, healing, and personal choices. It represents vitality, renewal. But it says because the leaves are hanging on the side for people to choose from, the dream or the image is highlighting a transition from feeling restricted to having alternative natural simpler options available. So it could just be because when I was seeing the stand, it was very much like wide enough to where you could put crates of produce was the feeling. But then at the distance, it's like single options. So it could be, again, how you're presenting, or how you're, either if you own a business, if it's more literal, right? How are you presenting your options? How are you presenting what you have? How are you looking at what you are creating or having, right? Maybe you're being called to create something that is more focused on growth and healing and vitality, renewal, right? And how you're presenting that needs to shift, maybe, right? It could be lack mentality. It could be setting boundaries, right? How you're making decisions, like all of that are potential themes for that one image. You decide, what applies to you. The next thing that I am experiencing, I'm hearing the words, "Oh no, I live here." And there's a man and he's next to like a campsite. Like, it was clear to me that I've seen that before. Like it's like a camp cabin. And so it's in the wilderness. And he's explaining to somebody like, "Oh no, I live here." And then behind him, a woman and a child show up to symbolize like my family is here. And so the interesting thing is that particular campsite I'm familiar with, and it's a campsite where I do trainings at, and I've done trainings, and one of the trainings was talking about how to balance work and living where you work. And so it could be that the male, if you identify with the male, right, or the masculine energy within you is saying and or clarifying and or calling you. If you don't already live where you work, maybe that's a calling, like, hey, let's transition into something unconventional, right? Unconventional lifestyle. Traditionally, right? Now people live where they work, right? They work remotely. Here it was in the forest. So there could be a call for you to work in nature. When you think of nature and forest, it's the unknown, it's very spiritual. It's also symbolic of like isolation, because you can be out in the wilderness for a long period of time. So there could be some type of either calling, or this is where you are. How are you setting boundaries? Because that person was clarifying to someone else, "Oh no, I live here." And so they're maybe thinking, "Oh, you only work here," and there's clarification around that. And then, how you're balancing a family unit in a space where there's a lot of different needs and demands. Then I'm seeing a bus, and the bus is it's at a particular corner here. I don't know if the corner makes a difference. Could potentially be because it's a corner where the SFFP what's this fire department the fire department is at the corner, but the bus it climbed on top of the sidewalk, and so it was clear like people were getting off the bus. And so then I'm hearing the words "se siente cansada" or "cansado," one of those two, right? "Se siente cansada," which means she feels tired, or they feel tired. And they're getting off that bus, and as they're walking towards where I'm visually seeing it, the bus is starting to back off the sidewalk to leave. And then I'm hearing "no, señorita, aquí," "no, miss, here," and signaling to where this tired person needs to sit down. And so intuitively for me, it's like, okay, you've been on a bus, you've been on a journey. It hasn't been easy because this bus was like we finally made it type of thing. Like we finally made it, right? All chueco and stuff, right? All crooked, but we finally made it. And people are tired. So it sounds like it's been a journey. You've been exhausted. And now you're getting off into the next destination, but you're needing rest. And there's help along the way. And so it could be the feminine energy within you, because Initially, I kept hearing both, cansado, cansada, cansado, cansada. So masculine, feminine, right? But then the man was saying, no, señorita, aquí. So the feminine aspect of you is getting help for rest as the bus is leaving. When I looked it up, the same thing, wild bus ride, the sidewalk incident, people walking away, they're moving on with their lives. The phrases itself, you know, she feels tired, so you could be emotionally, physically, spiritually exhausted in your waking life. You're needing a break, burnout, you know, so you could be in that place of your life. The next thing that I'm seeing is a restaurant. It's a very nice restaurant. And then my eyes are coming down to an egg that's being cracked open in someone's hands, and I'm seeing the rawness of it. It's a raw egg. It's a raw egg. There's egg yolk, there's egg white, and then there's like someone goes like this, and like the egg white it's kind of like, you know how the egg white is like very if you've ever cooked the egg white, messy, stretchy, right? Clear, stretchy. So a little bit of that is like they're doing this, and then I'm hearing over the white dress, over the white dress. So it's not the egg yolk that's being spread, it's the egg white. So let's talk about eggs for a second. Eggs. So immediately I knew, because I've had experiences with eggs before where I've seen it, and what it means is potential, right? It's something that you're birthing, right? And so depending on how that egg is cooked will let you know where you are in the journey of it being fulfilled. Because it was raw, it's just potential, right? It hasn't transformed into anything. So then the egg yolk and the egg white both mean different things. So the yolk is often associated with the most valuable or creative part, right? Because that's the part that transforms into a baby chick, or, you know, whatever it is. And so, but the egg white piece, let me look it up. The egg white, what was the egg white? The white, which emphasizes fragility. So they're sticky, delicate, spiritual protection, potential, and progress. And because it was over the white dress, there could be a feeling of being stained in a vulnerable situation, because it's a vulnerable part. And the white dress is like a blank slate, right? A new beginning, feminine energy, right? So we're talking about creativity. So it's all potential energy. There could be a need for a cleansing, because that was another thought that came to my mind, is una limpia, right? A lot of people believe in limpias with, ¿cómo se llama? With eggs. So you could be in the process of needing some type of cleansing as you're getting ready to embark on this new potential. That was a lot. That was a lot. All right. Let's get some oracle cards and let's see if, like, what we can connect, right? What can we connect? That was a lot. The leaf thing was so fascinating to me. I'm like, oh, there's like a lot of different options. So different potential, right? But it all sounds like it's like, it felt more like a story this time. When I was seeing the images, it just felt more like this progression of like an awareness, right? Like, oh, like I got to deal with it now, right? And then looking at what you could potentially produce, share, energy flow, clear pathways in the body for spirit's energy to transform. I release any blocks. This is cleansing, right? This is definitely cleansing to allow that experience or that process to flow. But anyways, there's just this progression of, you know, it could be where you are selling stuff and you're either trying to figure out, should I replenish? Like maybe you're out of stock of something and now it's like, well, do I keep doing this, right? You could be living where you work. There could be a blending of boundaries or a fuzziness of boundaries, because sometimes when you live, you have to be really good about boundary setting, you know, in terms of your well-being and not taking on burdens. You know, like when you're on, you're on. And then when you're off, you're off. Like assess your boundaries, right? What has that look like? So it's like this progression of Do I restock? Do I continue living where I work? And then going on this journey and being exhausted from that journey, and now having a potential for a new beginning, a new start, a new idea, nurturing a new project, because eggs, you know, and babies are symbolic of that. Protect your essence. Talked about boundaries. We talked about boundaries. It says protect your essence. Like, oh, look, Cancer, full moon, right? Boundaries, protect what you're creating. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. It's like the healing work is going to illuminate an idea. It's like this is coming from up here. But you're needing that time to do that work, right? 5 of Cups. Oh, look at this. So 5 of Cups usually means disappointments, right? Grieving, loss. This feels different. This feels different. This feels like Judgment Day. This feels like death, rebirth, being uplifted. This feels more like a transformation. And there could be transformation around, like, they're being lifted. Like the spiritual is calling, like, come on, let's lift you up. Let's transform you, bring you back from the dead type of feeling to it. So it could be like the loss, the disappointment of whatever it is that you're experiencing, that, or the heaviness of the boundaries, or the difficulty, right? Like sometimes burnout is real. It's no joke. Like, I think all of us have experienced burnout in whatever it is that we've been doing. It's no joke. Like, you feel exhausted. You could feel like the life is drained out of you. And so that could be what that means, where it's there's blockage occurring because of the poor boundaries, and energy will flow when you release control. And sometimes when you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and things, because you want something to work and it's not working, that's a sign. Like, that's like letting you know, like, it's not working for a reason. Like, stop pushing. And some people find their spiritual awakenings when they finally release control over it. Like, I'm done. I don't know what else to do. Like, I'm over it, right? And you're that's what catapults you. Some of us are stubborn in terms of how we learn our lessons. Others are quick to, like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, I'm gonna do it. And then others are just like ignoring advice and be like, I need to understand it and live it and experience it myself. Will I be the one to do it differently? No. So, okay. Where are you? Like, how are you presenting, right? How are you presenting? It could be the facade, the mask, how you're wanting other people to look at you, or it could be how the universe is seeing you, the potential that you have not yet tapped into. Strength. Leo energy. Either you're trying to be strong as you're going through this transformation, or trying to be strong with these challenges, with this experience that's happening, or the universe is saying, hey, you need to tap into your strength. Like, hey, that's what you're supposed to be. The opportunity, 7 of Swords, to get away. The opportunity is to get away. This person's trying to be sneaky, right? Taking what they can to not get called out, to not get hurt again. Really, it's hurt. But the 7 Swords, this particular card, it's funny because it's like he's trying to be sneaky, but then it's like, paka, paka, like the alarms are being set. He's running away. He's running away. So the opportunity is, can you move away from this situation in a way? I mean, again, if it's like safety, right, then yes, get out of the situation. We never want anybody to be in a where they're feeling overpowered or there's abuse happening. But if not, if that's not happening, then it's, how are you communicating so that you can be honest about the boundaries, about, like, I need this for me, I need to leave this for me. And the relationships around you, how are they supporting that decision? And again, because it's 7 of Swords, it's like, maybe you've been hurt before, maybe you've tried to leave before, maybe it's been challenging. So each of you decide where you are in that process. It could be that, hey, yes, regardless, the opportunity is to leave the messiness, to leave the drama, to leave the pain. What's underneath the strength? Work. Yeah, you've been focusing on work. It could be overwhelming. not knowing, like you've gone through cycles of this work experience. A lot of projects are around you, but it almost looks like she's not even really working. She's contemplating, like, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, there's so much on her plate. And that could be where you've been or where you are right now. So there could be, the ask is strength so that you can walk away from this situation. You have the Page of Swords as the hidden energy. So this could help you, this could hold you back, or this could be a natural consequence of what decisions you make in this storyline. And so this is oftentimes you are communicating a message or getting a download of some type of message. It's oftentimes where you're trying to align yourself with your truth. Like, this person is moving forward. It's like, I'm learning something new. I'm getting new ideas. You know, maybe there's some truth that's also being highlighted. These pajaritos, ¿verdad? Le están diciendo la verdad. The truth is coming out. And that's helping them cross over into that next chapter. So there could be a truth that's being highlighted for you. Or you're the one that's like coming out with the truth and saying, no, this is my truth. Like, I need to move on. Where, what are you walking away from? I'm walking away from the moon. This has been a fun card, but I've been doing the new moon in Cancer, so that's why. The unknown, right? The overwhelming feelings, feeling drained, feeling home. This could be also home, right? Cancer, natural ruler of the 4th house. So either you're walking away from home, or you're walking away from feeling overwhelmed with emotions, walking away from maybe shadow work, or maybe we don't know what you're walking away from. Because that could also be it. What are you walking towards? I feel like it could be like feeling overwhelmed with home. What are you walking towards? What are you walking towards? What are you walking towards? Here we go. Oh, an awakening. Ace of Wands, an awakening. The fire, the ideas, right? Third eye being opened, healing. There's tears coming down. So you're walking towards a spiritual awakening or some type of awareness that's, again, painful. Remember that the ones was like, what was that? The one that I said? What did my notes say? Yeah, look it. Like, yeah, look it. Like, so you're headed towards that. What's in your environment? Your environment could also be potential energy that you could tap into. It could be energy that you could access or shield yourself from. 3 of Wands. You got 3 cards. Taking those steps towards transformation, healing, in behind the scenes alchemy, to be able to create stability for yourself, a legacy. This is 10 of Pentacles. So this is taking those first steps. That's in your environment. You know, she's waiting for that. She's gone to, you know, this person has gone to the beach. Like, she's not at home. She's at the beach. She's just waiting for that wave. Like, this is the one that I'm going to run towards, right? Those first steps towards internal transformation so that you can get the abundance that you are deserving of, that you are desiring. Abundance in family, you know, ideas, resources. What are your hopes? Oh, 7 of Cups. Your hopes could be clarity around what decision to make. Which of these options? How do I follow my intuition, right? To make sure that I'm picking the path for me, that I'm picking the right choice for me. So clarity around that. And decisiveness, right? Sometimes when there's too many options, it's like, I don't know which one to pick. So there could be clarity and decisiveness is the desire to pick the choice, the path that is aligned with you. What are your fears? What are your fears? Oh, there we go. Fears. What am I going to create? This is Empress energy. This is Earth energy also. This is knowing transformation. So it could be, because it's in the fear position, it's like not being able to tap into your creative energy, the potential to really birth that into existence, right? We talked about the yoke and the white dress. There could be a feeling of it being stained or an innocence of purity of trying something new, right? The feminine energy here, like, she's giving birth to it already. So now it's like maybe there's fear of children. maybe there's feel of, you know, if you're thinking more literal in terms of like creativity, creation, there could be a fear of like what you're birthing or what transformations that you don't know how it's, I mean, when you think about a baby in a womb, we don't know everything about it, right? We have sonograms, we have, you know, midwives, we have people who like know about how to decode the external, what we have access to externally, but until that baby comes out, we really don't know what it looks like or what you know, now with digital blah blah blah, but there's still an unknown aspect of the personality of this child, the choices this child is going to make, you know, who they're going to become, who they're going to listen to. Like there's so many aspects that we don't know will come of creating a child, right? We have our dreams, we have our visions, we have our goals, but the reality is once you create life, life takes on a life of its own. You know, and it's the same thing as an art. Like you can create something as an artist and have a vision for it and a story behind it, but then you have people that come and see it, right? That and are in awe of it and may resonate with how the artist interprets it, or they may find a new spiritual message for themselves and then run with that idea. And so it's, you know, that's one of my favorite things about art. But anyways, we're going on a tangent. So your fear could be about the unknown aspects of what you're giving life to, right? Or what you will potentially give life to. What's the outcome? You have 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, like no tomorrow, right? Love, family, joy in the work that you're doing. Like this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Like it starts off rough, but you know, every journey is worthy, you know, of a great outcome. It's just how you choose to look at it and the choices, the smaller choices that you make. Healing energy underneath the star. I love this. I love this for you. Oh my goodness. Let's get 3 cards of clarification or advice if this story is for you. Gosh, I love it. It's so pretty. What a great way to start the day. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It's all falling over. It's all falling over. Let's try again. I just didn't want to clear this out. All right. 3 cards of advice or clarification if this is your story. 3 cards, please. 3 cards. Oh, there's one. Queen of Cups. Embracing your feminine energy. Oh my gosh. She's wearing a white dress. She's wearing a white dress. I love these cards because they're slightly different in terms of how the artwork is. Just, I love it. I'll show it to you in a minute. And it almost gives moon vibes too. Then you have Knight of Cups. Oh my goodness, so many emotions here. I mean, it's all emotional, right? New moon. Here we go. Okay, you have the Queen of Cups. Usually, right, she's on a throne. But look, it's like she picked up the cup. Like you didn't know which cup to pick, but you picked up the right one. The one that's aligned with you. The one that's going to lead you to your emotions, lead you to be able to understand your emotions, to lead with emotions. That's leading with intuition. This is leading with intuition because if the full moon is there, it's like, I'm not afraid of it anymore. I'm headed towards it. And she's wearing the white dress. The white dress for my meditation. Knight of Cups. And so now it's like the masculine side. It's like, okay, I'm ready, right? I want to take my cup. I want to offer it. The fish hasn't jumped out. It almost feels like the fish jumped in. Like, where's the fish? There's, you know, like, it's like, I mean, usually it's the Page of Cups, but for whatever reason, I'm like, the fish jumped in. It's just like, I'm going with this love. Come on. 10 of Cups again? Can the universe be any clearer? Like, everything that you want is going to come of you making this choice. making this choice to align yourself with your heart. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Align yourself with your heart. That makes sense for the new moon in Cancer. Align yourself with your heart. Okay, contract. There could be some things that needing closure or needing balance. Let's see what it says. 6. Partnership, legal commitment. This card shows a contract in the background, ready to be signed, indicating a committed connection of some sort. This union may be a business deal, the sale of a home, a new job, or even a commitment in marriage. Whatever the connection, this card is more than a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires a document that's binding, at least for the time being. The scales of justice also indicate that if legal action is underway, it's likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities, so remain aware and receptive to what may be coming your way. I'm going to read the reversed. I didn't see how it came out. So I'm going to read how it is reversed. You decide which one aligns with you. The contract card indicates that the ending of a previous connection or where a future commitment is concerned. It could bring warnings of delays, perhaps even possible disappointment. The sale of a house could fall through, the job offer might not come when expected, or a romantic union may be stalled. Don't give up hope. However, this delay may provide some purpose or protection for you, and something even better could be on its way. This card reversed cautions you to not become desperate. Your needy, urgent energy could actually postpone the desired outcome even more. Continue taking action, even if it's in another direction, and your patient resolve will pay off. If the breakup of a relationship is involved, always remember that you deserve to be honored. Open your heart and your life to the person who is willing to be fully present and loving. That person is waiting to commit to your own self-honoring heart. Oh my goodness, that was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And we will see you next time.